Hello, Paul Strider here with Digital Course Warriors. This is video number 2 in a 10 video series on how to create online course and coaching programs. Before we get started, please click the share, click the like, and in the comments, go ahead and type hashtag Digital Course Warriors, and let's get some conversation started. Ask me some questions in the comments, and let's get this thing rolling. Please share this with your friends and anybody that you know that might want to make an online course or coaching program, and let's share the love, because all this stuff that we do creating these courses and coaching programs, it's all about serving others and taking the knowledge out of my head and giving it to you and putting it in your head or into my students and clients' heads. So that being said, let's look at number 2. Number 2 is coming up with the name and really branding of your program, your coaching program or teaching or your course. Now, I like to do this very early in the process so that I can keep looking at the name and keep getting used to the name and seeing if I like the name. Plus, you need to put that name in a lot of your videos you create and a lot of your documents, and you need to have your logo and all that stuff. Don't stress out over this, but it's really a good time to do that in the beginning before you really get started, so that way you can use it through the whole program. Because there's nothing worse than having some brand that you've come up with that you hate. I did that last year by mistake. I went against my own rules, and I created a name I used an old name from a company I've been doing for a while for Digital Course Warriors. It was started out as Bloggers Workspace, and I tried to keep just making it work because, you know, the website was already there, the URLs were there, the mail was there, everything was all set up. So I tried to get off easy. And once I started trying to promote this thing, I made the course and everything. When you take my course, you're still going to see a lot of the branding that says Bloggers Workspace. I didn't go back to all 50 videos and change the branding, but I changed the brand, and it was a real pain in the butt to change my brand after I was already going for a few months. So you really want to think about this in the very beginning and really, flush out what your name is going to be, what your logo is going to be, what your brand is going to be, what your taglines are going to be in the beginning. Another thing I like to do that you don't have to worry about right now, but I do teach this in my course, is get into keyword research of your competition so that you kind of can have some of those keywords in the name and or in the tagline, so you can start stealing some of your competition's people or clients when you're finally up and running and going, because that's how Google works. You have to rank on keywords, and if you're ranking on some of the keywords that your competitors are, that means you're taking competition or taking your competition's possible clients if you get them before they do. But with that said, you don't really have to do keyword research right now because it's a whole topic in itself, but I do teach that in my course, Digital Course Warriors Blueprint. But excuse me, but we're not going to really deal with that right now. Let's just deal with, so let's just find a name, a tagline, and some branding looks that you want for your course and coaching program, and then we can flush it out from there. What I normally do is I put together a list of names. I just go into Word or Google Docs, type up a bullet point list of names that I like, ask some friends, ask some family. Usually friends and family aren't the greatest to ask because they're not as supportive as you really think they should be, and they, sometimes they'll come up with some good stuff. But if you find somebody supportive, ask them. But what I tend to do is I come up with a list of them, and then I go out to some Facebook groups that are my target audience, and I post polls. Here's my 5 names that I really like. Please comment on these names and take the poll. Which ones do you like best? Which ones do you not like? And even add some of your own names for my course and what you think it should be. And let's get some conversation going with your target audience of what they think the name should be and what would be appealing to them that would catch their eye. That way, you have a tested you've tested your market, your target audience on your name, and they've even given you new names. And I bet what you'll find out is the name that you picked best, that you like the best, turns out to be the worst name. It happens to me every time. The ones I really, really like, I don't end up using because people vote against them. They vote against things that are better appealing to them. So what I think is appealing and what my actual target audience thinks is appealing is 2 different things. So go to a Facebook group that's your target audience, which that's another subject that we need to talk about later on in this series, is your target audience. We'll talk more about that later in this video series, but you need to go to that Facebook group, where your target audience lives, or other groups out on the internet where your target audience lives. Post a poll, find out what they like, get them to add their own names, get them to comment, get them talking about it, and ask them questions about why they picked that name. What was it about the name that they picked? So you need to find a name and a branding, so that way, once you're into creating your videos, creating your websites, creating your funnels, creating all the stuff that we do to promote our business, all that branding and that name are in what you do. But if you don't know what it is, when it's hard to create the videos and all the other stuff that goes along with creating an online course and coaching program, if you don't even know what you're going to call this thing. And again, don't worry about the keyword research. If you know how to do keyword research, or if you want to Google that, then you can. Or if you take my course, we'll teach you how to do some basic keyword research so that you can add some keywords into your name and your tagline. So again, please hit the share button, hit the heart button, hit the like button, the subscribe button, all those buttons, and comment in the comments below. Ask me questions. I love to answer questions about this. And also when you're commenting, put in #Digital Course Warriors so we have a hashtag, and we'll start that and try to popularize that hashtag. Same kind of things you're going to do once you start your online course and coaching program. So I hope you have a great day. Cheers.